Well, season 11, you know, not many TV shows make it this far, and they certainly aren't #1 like you guys are. Why do you think that the fans have remained so passionate for so long?
You know, the fans are so important to the show and always have been, and it seems that from year 5-ish on, they found this show in droves, and part of that is about certainly the rebroadcast of the show, but I think it's also taken us a while to get it together, and I think we're doing it better now than we have before, and I think we keep facing changes, and with those changes we continue to find a way to get better. I mean, Gary Glassberg is, you know, running the ship now and doing a great job, and he's been doing that for years, and people are excited here and excited to come to work.
And you talk about changes, this will be another season of change with Cody DePablo leaving. And you spoke recently about that, how that can be a springboard to keep evolving and keep getting better. How will you guys do that?
Well, change has always been a springboard here, and you could also look at it the other way, which is you have no choice. You either spring or you get sprung, you know, and everybody here is aware of what's going on, and we have some changes. We've had changes in the past, and we've found ways to use that to motivate, you know, the writing staff and the actors, and there's nobody here who's not professional. People here are excited by the work still, and we're trying to get better still, and that's what we'll try to do. I mean, Cody was here 8 years. That's, I say, that's high school and college. That's high school and college. It's a long time, and we wish her well, but we're going to continue to try to grow here and get better.
We do our thing. We're like a family here, and I know you've heard that before. We've been here 11 years, and it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been places where you're somewhere for a month and you're dying to get off of it. You know what I mean? We've been here 11 years, and as a family, it just feels like I don't know, it's like a growing family to us. So it's
That's a good job. When you like what you do and it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yes, it's a very good job.
Well, Cody has already shot her departure, filmed her departure.
Right.
Is it emotionally satisfying for fans?
Well, we hope so. We hope it's emotionally satisfying for fans. I haven't seen a lot of the footage, so I don't quite know, you know, how it is, but knowing the scripts and knowing what was written and what was there for her departure over the 2 episodes when we come back, it's I think it's going to be real well done. I think Ziva fans are going to be real happy with it.
It's so fun, and I think that's one reason it's really popular, and still, is because it is the nicest cast and the nicest crew, and they're so much fun, and it's really weird, like when you work on other shows and other places, and it's not like that, which I always find shocking, because I'm like, we get to do make-believe for fun? Like, this is for a job. We're getting paid, and we get to dork around and have fake guns, and like, if you can't enjoy this, find a different job. But no, apparently a lot of them are still in the business.
People come up to me and they say, your character's such a bully. I'm like, my character is struck by the... And they're like, oh no, Gibbs is just keeping you in place. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And they're like, you know, you sexually harass people in the workplace. Your character is a misogynist, and and I go, what do you think about Gibbs? At least Tony's never been married. He's been married 4 times. Oh, well, Gibbs, he's got just keeping people in place. Cody is a very special friend to me, and is someone that I've gotten to know so incredibly well. And we miss her around here, but we understand that, you know, everybody's journey takes them on different adventures. And so our adventure now is season 11 has become this kind of epic exploration of characters and different dynamics. And then we have a new girl coming in.
That's right. Well, and the writers had to kind of turn on a dime, because it was kind of close to when you guys were going to start filming that the announcement of the departure happened, and it became official. What were your thoughts when you heard she was leaving the show?
Yeah, I felt that, well, I knew that this was a big year for Cody and a lot of decisions, and I think she's making, you know, it's hard for other people sometimes to understand decisions, but I think that she's following her heart, and that's never a bad thing.
No.
Well, it's very weird, because we're in the squadron now, and it's McGee and Donoso and Gibbs, and there's no 4th element. Right. And without the presence of a Ziva or Kate before that, or, you know, it's without having that around, we're just a bunch of guys hanging out. It's very weird, you know, like the conversations become like So did you see the basketball game last night? I don't know. I was watching ESPN and I don't know, cable went out. You know, men without women around become very uninteresting.
NCIS was awesome. It's just like, for me, it's like you get like all the drama and all the comedy, and it's just kind of, and I also think all of us here, like, we love our job so much, and our cast and our crew, and we're so happy to be here, and we love our show.
Yeah.
And I just think it just becomes like a big, giant international love fest.
And a fan sent you that necklace
Yes,
that you're wearing in this
yeah.
Halloween episode.
Fans, this is Abby's Halloween dress, but fans send stuff in, and if we can use it, we always try to. Sometimes they send like a coffin, but I had to think since the beginning that Abby is like, she's very symmetric, so there has to be two.
It has to be one on each
Yes.
wrist. Yes, absolutely.
has to be
And this
two.
is very symmetrical, right
Yes.
down the center.
It's very
Yes.
symmetric.
Abby's a little OCD like that, right?
Yeah, well, she's like, everything has to be mathematically correct.
Well, Cody DePablo, when she made the announcement that she's leaving, she said, "Feels like I'm leaving a family."
Yes, it feels like that to us also.
Yeah, when did you get the news that she was leaving, and what kind of impact is her departure having on season 11?
I mean, it's huge. You know, whenever you have a cast change, it's such a big deal, and we all are all so close here. I had no idea. I mean, I literally woke up one morning right before we started the season with like texts from like all these people, like, and I'm like, what's happening? I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I did a couple of texts from Harmon and like a bunch of them, and I thought, I'm just gonna call Mark.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey Mark, what's going on? And he's like, okay. And then that's how I found out. It was shocking. I had no idea. The first 2 episodes is really powerful stuff. And I think Michael Weatherly's work and Cody DePablo's work is gonna blow people's minds. I mean, it's amazing. It's heartbreaking and you know, it's impactful, but it's just it's really amazing.